Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 100. Samantha point of view. I had slept in the hands of the man I love, but then I still feel so guilty. He's for another, but now I want to be more selfish even in my guilt. I had never wanted anything so bad. But Jalen, it seems like he is my doom. Everyone thinks I'm in prison suffering, but then I'm here living like I'm in paradise. Jalen has gone out today. Ethan and Alvin were the one with me. I noticed something about Alvin. The way he's looking at me seems so different. At one point he even gave me a bow. Ethan looked at him shocked, but then he covered it with a smile. They brought me a lot of food, but then I couldn't eat it. I'm having pregnancy hormones. I excluded all the sweet food. The physician wants to come see you, Ethan said. Here. I was scared that he would know that I'm here. Allison is so manipulating. He might manipulate him to tell her everything happening to me. No, you will have to go to him, he replied. I nodded my head. Alvin couldn't stop staring at me. Beta, is everything wrong? I asked him. Alvin looked at me and smiled. I'm just wondering how you managed to get pregnant. The way Ethan was looking at him seemed like he was angry with him for asking such a question. I wouldn't blame Alvin for doubting me. I couldn't even explain how I'm pregnant.
It's a mystery to me.
I can't even explain myself. I know you would think me to be a whore, but trust me, I didn't wish for this to happen, I said with self-guilt. Don't feel guilty, and I would never think such of you. I'm just glad Jalen's heart is towards you. Not like I like Allison for Luna anyways, he said with a pitiful face. I know, but... The physician is waiting, Ethan interrupted us. Oh, I said. They didn't follow me out. The physician came inside the cell. His face was filled with pity. Ma'am, he said. I bowed where I was seated. He came closer and sat beside my bed.
He was scrutinizing me.
Are you all right, ma'am? He asked gently. This place is not the best place to be, but at least I'm surviving, I said with a pale look. No need to tell me that I have to pretend. If I want to continue living in peace till I deliver my child, I should pretend. My face was so sad. I'm so sorry, ma'am, he said. Don't be. It has nothing to do with you, I smiled stiffly. He then shook his head. I'm partially at fault. If I didn't tell the intended Luna that you are pregnant, the Alpha's father wouldn't have heard about it, and you wouldn't be in this position, his sadness showed in his face. I didn't know he had such a notion about himself. They're bound to find out one day. It's fine, I held his hand. The physician spent more minutes with me before he examined me and told me that my baby is healthy. The guards at the door didn't let him stay long, so he left. I sighed in relief and prayed that he didn't notice anything. Getting back to the room, I met Jalen seated there. I went to sit on his lap. When did you get here? I asked happily. What took you so long? He asked instead of replying. The physician was just blaming himself for his wide mouth. No big deal, I said. Jalen shrugged and hugged me. Get dressed, we are going out, he said. The look he had on showed that he was very happy. But when going out, what if someone sees us? I'll be in trouble again. Jay, you know I can't go anywhere. I'm on house arrest. He kissed my neck, inhaling my scent. I giggled at that action. Don't worry, no one will see us, he said playfully. I looked at him sternly. Come on, I'm serious. Trust this your big baby here, he said, winking his eyes, and that got me laughing. Don't be silly, Jay, I said, pushing his head. Being silly around you is what I know how to do best, he said. If it was 3 months ago that someone told me that my alpha is a very playful and sweet one, I would have argued with my head. He's unbelievably sweet. I was very jealous of Allison. For 1 minute, I even wished her dead. Shortly, I got dressed. I wore jeans and sneakers with a blouse that was hiding my already growing tummy. What warmed my heart the most was when Jalen also pulled his cloth, and I saw he was the match of everything I wore. It was like we were a real couple. That moment, I felt like I'm the one that was supposed to be with Jalen, not Allison. I felt it strongly, but then I knew it was my greediness that was doing that. I didn't want to be greedy. What Jalen is giving me is enough. Even after now, he decided to leave me and return to his mate. It's worth it. He has really tried for me, and I'm glad. Jalen led me up the ladder that leads to his room. He had told me last night that this ladder leads to his room after I asked him about it. From his room, he opened his rug, and a little gate appeared. Opening the gate, we dropped down to a tunnel that led us outside. It was a very vast land. I've never been to this side of the pack before. It's a secret escape tunnel, Jalen said to me when he saw me looking around. Are we still in our pack's land? I asked. I was quite amazed.
Yes.
It's the pack's land that borders the Glint's pack. I know that Alpha. He has always wanted to give Jalen his daughter for marriage, but then he refuses. This didn't make them good friends. I know what you are thinking, Jalen mocked me. I blushed and then hugged him sideways. I had realized that since I got pregnant, my jealousy has increased. And I seem to hate anyone that threatens to take Jalen from me. I had not hated Allison before now because I thought I'm the one trespassing, but now, she is my #1 enemy. I've even thought of her as dead a lot of times. All this isn't my fault, I couldn't help it. I had even thought that it was all Crystal's fault, but then she said she's not guilty. That we're feeling this way because it just flowed out without our consent. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also, check out our next video in the series.